So in this video we'll see the basic components of programming. So these components will be present across different types of programming language, whatever language you choose. Okay, so these are the mechanisms that should be there in the programming language to make it a programming language that's usable. First thing, there should be input output function and facilities for the same. So by input output functions I mean any type of function that allow interacting with the computers. So this is an important part, that it should have a input output function. So here in C programming language, the input output functions are in the standard input output and the console input output, as well as other standard libraries. Okay, so all these types of processing of input output as well come under this input output component. Okay, the second important part is the looping part. Okay, so looping means doing any type of action, or you can say process, repeatedly. Okay, so any type of programming language will definitely have some kind of looping structures to allow repetitive activity. Okay, or repetitive set of decisions that you need to take. So the third point, that is the most important one actually, is the decision making. So programming is all about decision making. So all types of programming languages will have one or another form of decision making. So here in programming language C, we have the if condition and the switch case. For looping part we have for loop, while loop, and the do while loop. So all these constructs we'll see one by one. Okay, so first, as we are at the initial stage or the novice stage, we'll learn thoroughly about the input output first. Okay, then slowly we'll move towards these two other components. Okay, so these are, here I have represented in only single line. Okay, but these are actually totally huge concepts, so it would take a lot of time. Okay, so in the upcoming videos we'll slowly cover up all these concepts. Okay, so first, now let's start with the input output part. So in the previous video we had seen a simple integer. Okay, so we didn't take any user input from our side or did any type of operation. So here in this video we will do a simple input operation. We will take a number from the user. Okay, and or we'll say we can take two numbers from the user and add those two numbers, and we'll display the result. Okay, so let's start with that thing. So first thing that we need to add or include here is the stdio.h. After including stdio.h, we need to write the main function. Okay, so the main functions is the entry point of the program. Okay, so if you do not write the main function, you will not be able to run the program without the main function. There are ways in which you can override the main function and do all those tricks in C. Okay, those things are also available, but that's not our point at this point. Okay, so now to take the input, first we need to declare the data types. Okay, so what type of data we'll be using. Okay, here if you are using an integer, so here I will take two numbers or two variables. Okay, so consider it like a mathematical equation. So there are three variables, a, b, and c. Okay, so here I will write printf enter first number, and to go to the next line we use \n here. Okay, so you can use it, or if you don't want to use, you cannot use it, you don't use it, or you can say scanf %d ampersand a. So here you can say I have used a ampersand with this a. Okay, so this is an important notation here if you are using C programming, that if you forget this thing then it will take a garbage value. Why it will take a garbage value, that will be a part of discussion of some another video. For now, remember that whenever you are taking user input for any type of numerical data types, okay, that deal with numbers, you have to use this thing, okay, ampersand. So if I am taking the value of a, so here I have written ampersand a, then I will write printf enter second number, scanf %d ampersand b, okay. So b is the second number that I've taken. So here I can write c is equals to a plus b, okay, and finally I'll write printf. Here I want to display the value of c, so I can write backslash n, value of c is %d. See here, as I told you before, this format specifier. So here if you are dealing with integer, here you have to write %d. If you are dealing with characters, you will write %c. If you are using a string, there you will use %s, and so on, okay. So you need to look up these rules. What type of format specifier you use here is important, okay. So here I will write c, okay. So once this is done, I will save the program now, okay. Sorry, arithOps.c, okay, let's call it arithOps.c or arithmetic operations.c, and here let's clear this from the previous video. And now what I will do is gcc arithOps.c minus o arithOps.o, okay. No errors here, so let's see what's the output here. Enter first number. So here see, you can see it has asked for the input. So this is the function, that is the input function scanf. So this will display this thing, okay, enter first number, and here the scanf function will ask for the input. So here you need to remember, if you are taking an integer here, okay, and you are typing some another character, or you can say if you are typing alphabets, then you will get an error, okay. See here, it ended abruptly. So this is the abnormal termination that occurs. So because there is no type checking while you are inputting the values, so, and we haven't checked as well, okay, there's no way to check those things as well. So beware of this fact. So 8 and second number is 10, 18. See, value of c is 18. So this is a basic arithmetic operation in C. So now here we have done a arithmetic operation directly, that is we have done addition. So now our second, or you can say the third important component that we had discussed of, you can say, the decision making part, so that can also be involved here. So what if we ask the user for what type of operation he wants to do? So like if we want to ask user whether he wants to do an addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, so that also can be done using programming here. So here you can write another variable ch, okay. So let's replace this part here. So after this is done, you can write printf press 1 for addition, backslash n, press 2 for subtraction, press 3 for multiplication, press 4 for division. Okay, so this way we have taken, and now we'll scan the choice variable %d ampersand ch. Okay, so that is also an integer. See, I have declared it here. And once that is done, there is a construct called, there is a function called switch. Okay, so switch and ch. So switch allows us to make things better here. So case 1. So by case 1 I mean whenever the value of ch will be 1. Okay, so when the value will be 1, when the user presses 1. So in that case what we have to do, c is equals to a plus b. Case 2, c is equals to a minus b, break. Case 3, c is equals to a into b. Break. Case 4, 2, c is equals to a divided by b. Here whenever you are involving division, you need to remember that if your second value is 0 here, or you can say any value 0, then you will get a division by 0 error. Okay, so remember that thing when you are involving with division to check your inputs. Okay, so we can do that as well, but for now we will write the basic arithmetic part here, so we will not be involved with this thing. Default, you can write invalid input. So here we can display the value of c here as well, or you can say we can directly return 0 from here only. Printf. Now you need to recompile this thing. Okay, 10, 5, addition is 15, again 10, 5, subtractions, I have pressed 2 here, is 5, 10 minus 5 is 5, multiplication 10, 5, 50, see here. So this is working properly, and now this program is terminating after every input. Okay, so we need to run it multiple times. Okay, so to avoid this, what we can do is we can use looping here, because we want to do the same operation, right? So here looping will be involved. So now how you can do it in similar way, or you can say repeatedly. So there are two things you can do. You can include this part as well, okay, if you want, while one, or you can start from below as well, it's not a big problem. Here the only thing that you need to add is to add a termination condition here. Press 5 for exit. Okay. So here one more case will be added just in case. You actually do not need this thing. If you're pressing any invalid value, even then it should go outside, but still we are writing this. So this we are using is called an infinite loops here, while 1. So this will always cause the condition to be true, so this will keep on executing in an infinite loop. Let's see if we are on the right track. Okay, so compiled successfully. So now let's run this thing. Okay, 12 by 4. Okay, now this program is asking for the inputs again, first number and second number. If you want to have the same input but different operation, what you could do is you could replace this while loop from here. Okay, copy this thing from here and put it here. Okay, so this way you would use the same two inputs throughout the program. I will show you how it can be done, but for now let's do some other question. 12 by 3. Let's multiply this thing, 36. Okay, so this way, and any number it should exit. Okay, invalid input and exit. Okay, so now what we could do is here we could copy this thing from here to here. So this way we will have a single input, but we can do different types of operations here. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's exit this thing. Okay, so this is working properly as well. Okay, so here if you enter now like 10 and you can say 5. Okay, so see here it will show you the options here. Press 1, press 2, press 3, like it shows always. And here if I press 1, now it will show 10 plus 5, 15. See here, value of C is equals to 15. And again it will show you the options here. And here now again I will press 2, so it will change the value of C as 10 minus 5. Similarly, if I am doing 3, multiply, 4, division, 5, or any invalid input is exit. Okay, so hope we have covered all these 3 basic components of programming in this simple program. Okay, now from the next video we'll try doing some mathematics based or arithmetic based programs. Okay, in that I will show you how to develop your programming logic from the problem statement. Okay, so for now we'll end this video here, and in the next video we'll see how to develop programs from given problem statements. Thank you.